So we are the Conceptual Disruption line. We are one of the research lines within the ESDiT program. And we study how concepts are disrupted and what kind of conceptual revisions might be needed in the face of pressing societal challenges where technologies play an important role.
For the first time in history, we are at the stage that technologies are so influential in our practices that they urge us to rethink our concepts.
Concepts such as responsibility, agency, justice, these concepts themselves are changing over time, sometimes in response to technological changes and the different world in which we find ourselves given technological changes.
When social norms and moral norms and practices change, the concepts that we use, they have to change with them. But then at the same time, the concepts that we have play a role in shaping the norms and practices and eventually also legislation that we have. So it's kind of a bi-directional relationship.
International humanitarian law, the introduction of autonomous weapon systems, for example, has challenged our notion of control, how we should understand control and whether we should change the notion of control to adapt it to the new socio-technical landscape. And the notion of meaningful human control has been introduced to fill that gap, and that is an example of conceptual engineering used in technology governance.
It is getting more and more important to study the impact of technology cross-culturally, because technological impact and global challenges such as climate change can only be understood and solved through cross-cultural collaboration.
Concepts, you could say, exert some kind of soft power over us, and an important question is whether this soft power is justified. Sometimes the concepts we use benefit some social groups rather than others.
For instance, in the face of powerful big tech companies that might think, well, these new generative AI models, they have some kind of agency or perhaps even consciousness. And I think we as philosophers are well positioned to critically assess that kind of claims. So are they really agents? Are they really conscious?
I think it's a very interesting project to be a part of right now in a very rapidly changing world, thanks largely to changes in technology, and trying to understand how that matters for philosophy, but also for society more generally. That seems like really important work that I'm really happy to be part of.